the next morning and I'm finally getting to the front. I just got it jacked up and about to take off the wheels. The front is a little more involved, so you got getting the diff out is more involved, and then you got to swap over a lot of components from your current diff to the new clamshell, so that's a little more involved in the rear. Next up is the skid plate. You have the TRD Pro 17mm bolt. Alright, so there's the fill and the drain for the front diff. This is driver's side. Okay, next step is the front drive shaft. Go ahead and remove that. Hopefully they're 14s also. Screwdriver goes through like that. There's the nut I can reach. Screwdriver will hold the drive shaft against the transmission there. There she is, all separated. Took a second to get that pried off, but it'll just set to the side. So the next thing I'm gonna try to do is get the axles out, because they are in the differential. They are running to the differential. So I'm going to remove this bolt and this bolt, and maybe this and this, to try to get this to swing up and around a little bit, pull it up, and that should give me room to pull the axle out. I'm going to take this cap off, take a little protective lock nut off, and then the nut onto the axle. realized I did this backwards, so do this first. Remove the dust cap, cotter pin, locking nut, and axle nut. Then move on to removing this and the 2 ball joint bolts, because this becomes floppy and it's hard to torque on this nut here when your full assembly is floppy. Alright, so I went in the truck and turned the wheel. I'm on the passenger side. I turned it all the way passenger. There is a spot right here for a little chisel in case this axle gets stuck in the hub there. Okay, I got that out. Lots of wrestling. This stand on the inside goes into the diff. There are these little ridges right here, all the way around, so that you can pop it out from this seal here. Honestly, this has been the hardest part so far, especially, you know, on jack stands in the garage. Just getting those circlip, whatever they're called, to pop out of there. Took quite a bit of pounding. Thought it would be a little easier. Having this off like this with the ball joint bolts there, removing those, and the sway bar, that seemed to work well. It was easy to get this up and out of the way, and that worked. But getting the axles to pop out with not much room has been the toughest part so far. But 2 breathers that connect to the diff, gotta get those unhooked, and on the other side gotta unplug the ADD. Okay, I got both of those off. Hopefully you can see them. And now for the ADD harness there. Alright, now it's off. Now what's gotta happen, these are here, they're here, and right here. 19 on top, 22 on bottom. It's a different kind of nut there, 12 millimeters. There's a little breather around the back. This is mounted like this. You gotta get this little breather here also. And I guess the little one's there too. The other end of the little one. Right there. So that was snagging me up, but I took this whole bracket off because it was gonna get bent up trying to come out. One special tool that you will need is an external torque. Okay, now this part is what they're talking about with this sticker. Put that in there so you remember to pull this out. You gotta pull this out of yours, your old one, put it in the new one. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Screwdrivers are always pulling double duty. Stuff off.